we're hopping into game. Map number 2. We did not cast game 1, sadly, folks. In the top right side of Orbital Shipyard, he's leaving his base. Oh, okay, it's going to be the purple Protoss player, puCK, currently down 1 in the series.
Well, he's not leaving his base. This guy is. In the bottom left as the blue Terran, it's Kelazhur.
Not afraid to take risks.
I mean, you nailed it with that description. The Proxy Reaper, though, it's so limited what it can do versus Protoss. It will usually get some damage done, but no matter how much it spirals, it's never enough to win the game outright on its own, like, say, when you see versus Zerg. So we'll see how well, Kelazhur does to do as much damage as possible, and B, whether he can capitalize off of it back at home.
Oh, puCK is sending a probe out of the base. I thought he was just scouting, but he puts on a proxy pylon.
This is gonna get so weird and awkward.
So, I'm gonna... Oh, yeah, I was about to say, there wasn't any Stargate Explorer. Yeah, so it couldn't have been a Stargates. It's a triple gates with a Reaper going into his main. He's only gonna be able to get a Zealot to defend against this first Reaper.
The other thing is the Cybernetics core even gets a little bit further delayed because, yeah, he throws down his first gateway and everything, his gateway finishes up, but he has to throw down 2 more gateways before he starts up his Cybernetics core. His Reaper is going to be coming in at not only an earlier time than a normal Reaper, but it's going to be coming in at a time where Kelazhur is probably going to be investing, I think, into just trying to pump out units on the other side of the map first.
So the Cybernetics core timing is fishy, but it looks almost like a Nexus after Gateway timing, you know? Like, it's not such a big deal.
The full wall off, I think, is more fishy than the timing, to be honest.
Well, the Reaper's going to scout regardless, and it's going to be an interesting dynamic of what wins out, the Reapers or the Stalkers that are going to be going into Kelazhur's base.
Oh no, anything that puCK makes over here, he's going to be forced to use at home. He cannot use it for his counter aggression because he's completely walled off, as you said.
Still, having that 1 Adept in the main is going to be really nice to have. Lots of probes already going flying. And Kelazhur...
But what about Kelazhur? He doesn't have a wall off quite yet. If that was a bunker and a supply depot, he's actually better. That's not a wall off, but a weak one. Technically, best still build.
I think one of the things, though, is, like, weird enough, you can hold what puCK's doing better with SCVs than you can hold against what Kelazhur's doing with probes. Like, you can't... You won't get a surround against Reapers.
Yeah, the Adept can only chase so much as well. Probes almost try and help out, but the Stalkers, even if they do break the front, and they're getting that bunker, the Cyclone's now on the way out, and that's going to be game. Like
the Cyclones could, the Cyclone could get focused on pretty quickly, though, if there's 4 Stalkers on top of it when it spawns, but these Reapers still haven't been cleaned up. The Adept not getting the 3rd shot on that 2nd Reaper was actually pretty huge. The fact that he got to heal and come back for round 2, 13 probes are dead. And the SCVs, again, like the SCVs can be pulled into this. There's no blink. So they hold the top of the ramp, that Cyclone comes out, and he wins the game.
He'd have to mess up with the Cyclone, and it's possible, I suppose, but...
I don't even think the Stalkers have the DPS to DPS down the Cyclone without the repair.
No.
Kelazhur.
I was going to say, if you're Dragon, you vastly underestimate how weak a Cyclone is.
4 Stalkers, that's basically it for puCK, and of course the Adept if it ever broke out. The Reaper's gonna come back and help.
If it what?
Cyclone, like...
If it broke out?
This is awkward.
No, shut up. The Cyclone is a unit that could micro so well, it could take down 4 Stalkers, but you mess up once and the 4 Stalkers could target it down, so... I think that with this...
Reaper's gonna kill the 2nd?
2 Stalkers down, there's no way now for puCK. Nope.
And he's got no money to do it. He's building probes back at home, but he certainly hasn't caused the SCV damage to make this worthwhile. Like, losing the Cyclone, okay, that sucks, but guess what? He's held. Doesn't need it anymore. Reapers can go back across the map, but this is 9 probes to 18 SCVs. I don't care how imba you think Protoss is, guys. This is a tough situation for puCK to be in.
He's just gonna sack Adepts on the workers, I suppose, but Kelazhur is replanted down the wall, so much for that idea, and the Liberator doesn't have a response.
You know you're behind as a player when you have 2 gas geysers, but you decide you don't have enough workers to mine any gas whatsoever.
Yeah. The Reapers, again, it takes 3 shots to kill them, so the 2nd one gets to stick around and get the killing blow. Even 1 or 2 probes dying at this point is pretty drastic. The Adepts coming across the map are going to find a full wall off waiting for them, and another Cyclone. So, I mean, puCK's on his last life. I don't blame him for not leaving, but I cannot see him possibly turning this around. In fact, Liberator heading towards his main. GG. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelazhur will take a 2-0 over puCK and advance on to fight against Violet for the final best of 3 in that final spot tonight.